I'm not gonna lie, babes, it is pretty hard to be mad about a Capitals loss these days when Alexander Ovechkin scores a goal. Caps lose 3-1 to the Calgary Flames. But yeah, as alluded to there in the opening, the Capitals' one goal was scored by none other than Gretzky hunter Alex Ovechkin. So I'm just gonna say it, you can chalk this one up as a win for Caps fans. Let's get into it, babes. First period, Martin Pospisil scores for the Flames. But that sure looks like a distinct kicking motion to me. He literally looks right at the puck, knows exactly what he's doing here, and just boots it straight into the net. So not sure why the Caps did not issue a coach's challenge here, other than the fact, of course, that we almost never get the call from the officials. So yeah, it is usually not worth the power play against. And I think the Caps bench as well probably figured 15 goals for in the last 2 games. This is only 1 goal for the Flames. So with the way that the Caps have been scoring at will pretty much all season long, the Caps bench, like I said, they probably figured that coming back from this was going to be no big deal. But they also weren't planning on Dan VLADAR playing the game of his life in the Flames net. So yeah, Caps down 1-0 on the kicked in goal. And then later on in the first period, it is Matt Coronado on a breakaway, makes a beautiful shot to beat Logan Thompson and put the Flames up 2-0. Not much Logan Thompson could really do on that one. That is a perfectly placed shot by Matt Coronado. So yeah, 2-0 Flames, and that is how the first period would end. Second period, there's no scoring in the period, but late in the second period, okay, Connor McMichael, right? He has a great chance in front of the Flames net, which Dan VLADAR stops. And then Connor McMichael has his stick slashed right out of his hands by a Flames player so hard that it goes flying. And then after he has had his stick slashed out of his hands and he is just kind of standing there wondering what the fuck just happened, the same Flames player then cross-checks him right in the chest. McMichael's line mate, Tom Wilson, obviously comes in to defend the kid, and somehow Connor McMichael, who was the one who was slashed and then cross-checked, he somehow ends up in the penalty box alongside Tom Wilson. And so the Flames inexplicably are getting a power play here. The Caps kill it off, but that's not really the point, right? Just a terrible call here, terrible calls here, I should say. And yeah, just a really bad job done by the officiating crew in this one, yet again. Not only missing, like I said, the distinct kicking motion on the Flames' first goal of this hockey game, but yeah, this situation with Connor McMichael down by the Flames net. And then there was also a case in this game where the Caps were on a power play as well, where Connor McMichael dances through everyone, all of the Flames penalty killers, and he's practically on a breakaway, a semi-breakaway at least, and he gets tripped down. The Caps should be going to a 5-on-3 on that. Alan May made mention of it during the broadcast. Absolutely should have been a 5-on-3 for the Caps, and yet there is no call. So just a circus of officiating here in this game yet again. All too commonplace amongst the National Hockey League these days. But yeah, the Caps, they do kill off this Flames power play again. And so the second period ends with the score still being 2-0 for the Flames. Third period, who else to make this a game but the captain, Alex Ovechkin? He scores here to make it 2-1 and to cut the Flames lead in half. And what a beautiful goal it is for his 30th of the season. Wow, what a play here. Dylan Strome makes the pass over to John Carlson, and then John Carlson, a beautiful little bump set play, just a quick little pass down to Ovechkin. And Ovechkin, at quite the angle here, he whips this thing past Dan VLADAR. Just a super quick release on this shot. It is on and off his stick, bang, bang, in like less than half a second here. Poor Dan VLADAR has no time whatsoever to get set for this one. And what I love so much about this goal by Ovechkin, about this shot by Ovechkin, is just the sneakiness of it, right? Because the reason as well why Dan VLADAR could not be ready for this shot was not just how quickly Alex Ovechkin gets the shot off here, but it is also the deception of Ovi on this play. Because the thing to notice here on this goal, right, is Tom Wilson. He is parked in front of the Flames net and he is all alone there, waiting for a pass, waiting for that tip play, that deflection play that he and Alex Ovechkin do countless times over and over again to great success on Washington Capitals power plays. They are so good at that. And no doubt, Dan VLADAR has seen that before. He has seen that footage before. He has seen that on the tape. That is 100% for sure. So he knows that that is a play that Alex Ovechkin loves to make to Tom Wilson in front. And I do believe that that is absolutely 100% what Dan VLADAR was expecting here. He was expecting Alex Ovechkin to make kind of that quick shot pass down to Tom Wilson for the deflection in front. And because Dan VLADAR is expecting that shot pass to Tom Wilson in front, he cheats a little bit here, right? He cheats a lot here, actually. Expecting, like I said, the shot pass. He leaves his post early. He's creeping off of his post, trying to give himself a head start to get in front of that Tom Wilson deflection, to push off his post there and make himself bigger to hopefully stop that deflection in front from Tom Wilson. The problem is that he read that one wrong. Ovi completely tricks him here. Absolute deception by the grade 8. And rather than making the shot pass, Alex Ovechkin just whips it into the back of the net, right up against the post that Dan VLADAR just left vacated. So beautiful play, beautiful deception, beautiful shot by Alex Ovechkin for, like I said, his 30th goal of the season already in just his 42nd game played. Obviously, he missed a month and a half due to that broken leg, so he has only played 42 games this season. He has 30 goals already, folks. The 39-year-old does. That is a 59 goal pace over an 82 game season. 39 years old. Unbelievable stuff. And obviously, we know it's his 30th goal of the season, but the bigger deal, of course, is that it is the 883rd goal now of his National Hockey League career. So yeah, Ovi cuts the Flames lead to 2-1, and then the Caps, they kill off a Flames power play here to keep themselves within a goal. And for the next several minutes here, the Caps are pressuring the Flames net, but they just can't quite get one to go here. And then the Flames eventually capitalize on a shot at the other end to make it 3-1. Jonathan Huberdeau. So yeah, 3-1 Flames, and that unfortunately would be your final score. Notwithstanding, have to make mention that the only reason that this stayed 3-1 when the Caps had their netminder Logan Thompson pulled for the extra attacker here was because of 3 massive saves by Caps defenseman Jacob Chychrun, absolutely laying it all on the line out there, just diving in front of pucks, making sure that they stay out of the Capitals' empty net. Even when there was only, I think one of them, there was like less than 5 seconds left and the Caps are down by 2 goals. He doesn't give a shit. He's still diving in front of that thing, making the street hockey goalie save to keep that puck out of his Capitals' net. So, Calgary Flames 3, Alexander Ovechkin 1. I think all of us Caps fans can agree that that is still a victory for us at this point. We need the Gretzky record. We do not need the curse of the President's Trophy. And yeah, I mean, Ovi, he had another pipe in this game as well, so he easily could have had another goal tonight. I thought, and Spencer Carberry thought as well, that Ovi could have had about 5 or 6 the other night against the Edmonton Oilers. So yeah, the grade 8, he is scoring like crazy right now, just like a house on fire out of the break here. 4 goals now in the Caps' first 3 games after the Four Nations break. But yeah, even though he's scoring like crazy, it could be even a lot more goals. As like I said, he could have easily had another one tonight. He could have easily had a few more against the Edmonton Oilers. Like I said, he could have had 5 or 6 in that game, and he could have had a couple quite easily in the game against Pittsburgh as well. A couple of pipes there as well for Alexander Ovechkin. And yeah, the Washington Capitals, this is their first regulation loss on home ice since November. November, folks. November. It is now near the end of February. How spoiled are we? And this is also only the second regulation loss by the Caps, period, in the year 2025. Again, it is nearly the end of February. 2 regulation losses all year so far. And the only other one before tonight came during that game in my home city of Vancouver, with yours truly seated in the lower bowl. I'm not salty about it, I swear. And Charlie Lindgren was in net for that loss in Vancouver, which means, of course, that this is Logan Thompson's first regulation loss of 2025. The dude has only lost 3 games in regulation all season. This was the third. Again, folks, it is the end of February. That is absolutely insane stuff by Logan Thompson. And insane stuff by this entire Caps team in general. All right, babes, that is going to be it for this one. Wow, you guys, thank you all so much for being here. As always, I appreciate it so much. If you enjoyed this video, please click on that like button for me. If you really enjoyed it, please click on that subscribe button as well if you have not already done so. And if you really enjoyed it, even share it with some of your friends, some of your family, some of your fellow Caps fans, your fellow hockey fans in general. I appreciate that so much as well. I know a lot of you have been out there doing the work, sharing these videos around. So I really appreciate that from you guys so much. Mwah. You guys have been so great this season, all season long, giving me so much support. And yeah, this has been so much fun as the Caps this season have been giving us so much to cheer about. Minor setback tonight, obviously. But yeah, like I said, 2 regulation losses now in the year 2025. I really cannot complain too much about anything, to be quite honest with you. And Ovechkin scored, right? So is it really a loss? I don't know. You tell me. I'm going to say no, though. All right, babes. Thank you all again for being here. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, and as always, let's go, Caps.